What's going on, everybody? Your boy Big Lop. That's our man Norbert Rebels. Want you all guys in the Fat 8 chapters. We finished business with Mr. Rebels to give him a big thank you. But this video is a small style breakdown on how the new chapters are going to get into Fat 8 football. Now, the first thing you got to do, if you have a team of 22 or 33, you have recruits. So when you get your bases up, you recruit certain players to play each position on your field so it's a legitimate win on each position. The player that plays that position should earn the position on each of your Fat 8 college or pro teams. Now, that's how we started. We actually have training camps. We have all of that stuff so you guys can actually see how the teams get players, acclimate to each position, perform certain drills, 40-yard dash, pursuit, whatever they do to make each team stronger. Now, follow with me. Just take things that you have around the house to make your training equipment. It's not that hard. But on your roster, on each team, you should have spots that are actually filled by players that earn those spots, just not by putting them on the team. So you have a little bit more diversity in your conference. Now, you're going to choose whether you're going college or you're going to do a version of Fat 8 Pro. Okay? So I want you to really get your head wrapped around it. You start deciding the teams you want to make. You get your figures together, who you're going to use. The teams you like, you get all your stuff, your decals will be a link to all of that kind of stuff. Okay? Then you start getting your team selection together on how you want your offenses to run. In Fat 8 football, every team must run its own unique offense and defense. No two teams can be the same. There, my man Brian Cross, Fat 8 brother Brian Cross, that's his work, Navy Midshipman AD, and he shows you why he does the pro style Fat 8, which is a little bit different. But what I'm trying to express, guys, when you're making your Fat 8 style, each team has to be individual. The Dinos traditionally have a strong running game, fast receivers. They can get down, strong defense. They have their own unique entity. Bama, three-back set, big offensive line, hard-hitting defense. Bama is our standard team, but they have their own flow. Boise, spread offense, spread the field out. Good running backs can run the I formation, but got good things in the passing game. So this is what I'm trying to make you guys realize. When you're creating your Fat 8 style, you want to create the teams how you want to create them, get an actual flow of gameplay. So it makes it better for you. Now remember, certain things you got to do. You got to have your coaches because your coaches are essential to the momentum swings in the game. And I will get to the dice in another video, but I ain't going to talk about that now. We're going to talk about the style. Now, remember, we offer scholarships. So we actually have a system where we pick the players that we want to fit in our system. We go after them. We recruit them. We make them promises and this, that, and the third. If fate falls your way, you get that player. So we do it on a very high level. But like you see in my man Sabad Bats Island, Michigan team, you want to prepare for anything. You want to prepare for anything that's coming down the pipe. Now, remember, you're going to use stoppages, what we call field vision interaction, where you're going to snap the ball, hand the ball off to the receiver, or toss, or pitch, or drop back and stay in the pocket, or flare out to try to get around the corner for a quarterback run or a quarterback option or a quarterback pass. So you have to get your base theories down, your team principles down, and understand what you're going to do with field vision interaction. Now, what you want to do when you're practicing, you want to learn how that center snap goes. You want to have that quarterback dropping back straight so he doesn't fall down and get your handoff transition smooth. So that's one thing you want to practice. Then you want to practice dropping back, having your receivers run certain routes without the defense. And then you practice. Learn your feel. I'll get to my man, I'm sorry, I'm going to get you the board video in a little bit, maybe today if I got some time, but learn your feel. Learn your passing lanes. Learn where your receivers and your players going to go, so when you play on 11 on 11, you understand what your players are going to do. The Fat 8 style, it's not really that hard. It's just a few more steps to make it a lot more interesting to run real offenses and real defense. Like I said, you connected to us. Try to get your presentation up. Make little things to make your presentation good. Our style is strong. It's a strong style. It's very diverse. You can create in our style. You can do a lot of things different that other styles like one stop may not offer. Not knocking nobody's style, we just different. So I'm just trying to let you know in our style, it's a little bit more diverse. You want those running backs to follow behind the blocks. So you can do certain things with the stoppages where you can get certain types of flow with field visit interaction. You can see different things. You know what each position, you know what you want your offensive line to do exactly because you have the process of field visit interaction. If that player isn't hindered, okay, I'm going to cut this center this way to give me the lane. Get that one hole, get that two hole. You can do certain things in our style because of field visit interaction when you can see the whole field, and offense and defense can take advantage of this. I can send my mic, I can send my sound. I can do what I want to do between the defensive tackle, D end, and the nose tackle. Bring up the Leo, we can do some things. Now, on a sweep, you can do certain things with the sweep that you can do in our style that you cannot do in others unless your bases are tweaked right. Field visit interaction gives you the downfield look to set up the blocks. To rush from the left side, if you see it's weak, you can do certain things. And I'm not saying you can't do this in EF, but you can just do this differently in our style. It's a full style where you have to understand 4-3 defense, whatever scheme you run, you have to understand it. You just can't get up there and do it. You have to understand it. In your league, make sure that you understand the style. Watch our games. Watch our games. This is just a brief overview. Watch our games. Shoot what you're going to do. Leave video information, and I'm going to get back to you guys. We're going to have more on the FedEx style for all our chapters. Peace, y'all.